What's up, guys? It's your boy Stevie G coming back at you with another episode of the Seamless Garage podcast, where we talk everything automotive related, where we talk mechanics tips, where we talk modified cars, where we give you tips on building cars, where we just talk about building cars in general, where we talk about flipping cars, tool selection as a mechanic, picking the right dealership or the right avenue to go down. Just anything embodying being a mechanic, turning wrenches, being a gearhead, or just being a plain old car enthusiast. So if that's something you're into and something you're interested in, stick around. This is going to be a really good episode. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Alright, guys, first off, I want to apologize for not posting any kind of stories, any kind of reels, anything. I kind of just went radio silent for the last 2 weeks, okay? And the reason I did that was because it was a good reason, guys. It was a really good reason. If you were following closely right before, I was kind of building the momentum and letting you guys know what was going on, right? We were building up, trying to get the talent ready for Super Show 2023, which is right here in our home area, right here down here in Tyler at the Oilfield Palace, okay? And so it's probably the biggest show locally that we have currently, without going to Dallas or anything like that, okay? It's definitely the biggest car show locally. So I got this wild hair up my ass that I wanted to try to get the car done, right? I mean, all the parts were coming in. I don't know. Go check out my reels and stuff on the Seamless Garage page. All my parts were here, and so I got this wild hair at my ass. There was 2 weeks left to Super Show, and we decided we were going to go ahead and buy a booth, okay? We're going to go ahead and get a booth. That way we could come out there and kind of show you guys what we're doing, kind of show you all the progress on the builds, and also have some merch available for you guys if y'all want to pick it up without having to pay shipping. So anyway, I got this wild hair at my ass. I was going to finish the Talon. I was going to finish the DSM. At least, not finish, but get it roadworthy. That way I could drive it up there. That way you guys could see the progress, and you could see the car that you're always seeing on our YouTube channel, okay? The build that you've been following for the last 3 years, all right? So I apologize, but when I went grinding on that, I just went radio silent. Probably wasn't the right thing to do, but I had nobody to record for me. I had nobody to post for me. And I wanted to spend any extra moment, any extra minute or second I had towards getting that car ready, because I knew it was going to take every second to get the car ready to go to the show. Now, I'll save what happened later on in the episode, but that's why I went radio silent. And so I apologize, guys, but it wasn't because I fell off or anything like that, like what's happened before. I just was totally focused. I realized some problems, and I'm going to tell you what those are and how we're going to fix them next time. But I need to have some pre-made content for you guys. I also need to have somebody following along to kind of give y'all stories and give you updates on what we're doing if I ever go full blast like that again on something, okay? So with that being said, I just apologize. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I know I should have had you guys following along so y'all could see what was going on. Would have made great content. Maybe it would have motivated a few of you guys to get on your builds and get it going, okay? Because I was pulling some all-nighters, but we'll talk about that here in a minute. I want to let you guys know, one of the things about the booth that was so exciting for me is that we had new hats coming out, and we had a new shirt design coming out. If you follow us closely, you know what that shirt design was going to be. I'm wearing one of them right now, but I'm not going to turn around, so I'm just going to show you the shirt. It's the Everything Full Throttle design right there. It's big, man. This is a 2X shirt, but anyway, it's big on the back. I mean, I will go ahead and turn around so you can see. It is big on the back. It looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. Like, people can see it from a mile away because it's a bright white on a black shirt, okay? So with that being said, everybody knows that, like, even our original shirts were black with white on them. We're going to switch it up and do some other colors, but I wanted to come out with that. That was the original design, and I'm big about original ideas. So that shirt's out, okay? You can get that shirt for $24.99 on the website, okay? It's going to be seamlessgarage.shopify.com. That's how you can get to it. $24.99. Shipping's like $4, okay? You can get that straight to you. With that being said, that's the shirts for now. I am going to attach a picture right here so you can see another one that's coming out in the collection. It's a little delayed, but I want to get it printed out. I wanted to have these ready, the black ones ready, for Super Show, okay? These other ones are going to be the same thing. Let me show you, though. Let me give you an idea. It's going to be a white shirt, though, okay? We're going to have a white shirt. It's going to be black lettering for everything Full Throttle. And then the Seamless logo is going to be in that nice green color, that Seamless green, okay? So tell me in the comments below, or if you're on the podcast, you're just listening to audio, you won't be able to see this, but tell me, go check it out. I got the post on Seamless Garage Instagram with that idea that's posted. Comment on there and let me know what you think. Do you like it? Let me know if we should get that started ASAP. I'm going to be making some this weekend, though, and I'll be posting that just to see what you guys think. So anyway, new hat. I don't know if you've seen it. Ooh wee, new hat. So I like black on black. A lot of people don't. A lot of people do. I love black on black, and I love this hat here. So we're always going to run this style hat. It's got the mesh back, okay? So the SG logo. This is the Seamless Garage logo, okay? And then back here, it's got our logo as well. This is going to be on our hats from here on out to just kind of give us that premium feel and give us, so you know what hat this is and whose hat this is. You know what I mean? So on this particular run, right now, on this particular run, this is limited run now, the white is going to be glow in the dark. Okay? Again, if you go on the Seamless Garage page, you go on the Facebook, you can see where we've got a video of it in the dark. It is glow in the dark. Okay? So that is our new SG off-centered hat. Okay? Really cool. This is my favorite right here. Okay? This is my favorite. Original Seamless black on black, okay? Again, it has the logo. Again, limited run, glow in the dark. Glow in the dark up here, glow in the dark back here. Any of the white stitchings, glow in the dark, okay? Favorite hat, I'm just telling you, it's my favorite. And it goes well with this shirt. If you get this, it goes well with the shirt. Then we have this hat again, but in black and white, because a lot of people like this black and white. So again, going to be glow-in-the-dark stitching on this limited run. And then back here for the stitching, obviously it's got to be black so you can know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you can actually see it. We've ran this before. Let me get my computer back on here so I can see it. We ran this before. Again, all the white stitching is going to be glow-in-the-dark. But on this hat, we've ran it before, like I said, but on this hat we're going to have our logo again. From here on out, anytime we make a hat, it's going to have that. So if you don't see that, it's either original or it's a fake, okay? And then this is top secret. I guess it's not going to be now because you're going to see it. This is something that we're going to have in the works later in the year, okay? Check it out. Black on black, all right? Black on black, and of course with the logo here. But this is one of one right now because I wanted to see what it looks like. I wanted to see how y'all respond. Black on black with the everything Full Throttle on the front here, off center. I really dig it. I really love it. We're going to be doing something special closer to fall on this, okay? So be on the lookout for that. Tell me how you like it, though. Comment. Let me know what's up. Comment or, send me a DM, whatever, if you really like it. And let me know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, with all that being said, that's the new merch. Don't forget about that white shirt. We're gonna get that out to you. I want you to see that. So be looking on the Instagram page for that. So update on upcoming content. Really, right now, again, I'm going to get back in the swing of things because we're back in routine again. Back onto the weekly podcast. Back onto the weekly content. Some kind of video other than the podcast going. So we can have 2 of those a week at least. The next video you should be looking out for, it's going to be a video. It's not going to be a podcast. It's going to be on, I'm going to show you a visual of all the updates we did to the Talon. So everything that we got done, I want to show you because I did not video any of it. But that's okay. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to kind of give you some ins and outs and give you a little story about some of the stuff that we did and why we did it the way we did it. But you're going to be very surprised when you see the progress that we made on it. Okay? With that being said, I'm extremely excited to say that I got the Talon antique plates. I won't show them right now, but I got the Talon antique plates What's cool about antique plates in Texas is no front plate, so I don't have to worry about drilling holes in my bumper. I don't have to worry about it looking ugly. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, man, you could put it in your windshield." Yeah, the cops still mess with you, man. So this is a cool way to not have to have it. Okay, I don't have to get registration, but every 5 years. Okay, so that's another awesome one. Don't have to get state inspections. So these are all really cool things. And so I'm really excited. You know, your car has to be 25 years or older to get those antique plates. And I'm happy to have it. Another cool thing about antique plates in Texas is if you can find an old plate where they used to use the sticker registration on the plate, and the registration number is in your year of your car. So mine's a 91. If I can, I found them on eBay everywhere. Everybody's got them, but they're like $100 for a set. But if I can find one that says 91 on it, I can put it on my car, and as long as that number is not registered to anything else, I can run that plate. I think that's really cool. I know it's like, you know, it's just it's a small thing, but I think it's really cool. So anyway, that's kind of my updates and everything I got going on. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this episode and kind of what I want to talk about. So, like I said, the last 2 weeks been on a grind to go to Super Show. I mean, an absolute grind. What I mean by that is I dedicated all my time to it. I sat down with my wife. I let her know what's up because, like I think I've told y'all before, family time is extremely important to me. So I have dedicated family time that I have set up. And so I didn't sacrifice this, but I sacrificed to my sleep. Okay. So starting that Monday, that first of that week, so 2 weeks I had to get the Super Show, okay? So I started that Monday. That Monday, I was already getting up at 4, but I would get up at 4, and I wouldn't. So my routine in life, every day I'm going to the gym. So I cut out the gym. I knew it was a sacrifice. I'm not losing discipline or anything like that. I'm just cutting it out for 2 weeks. That's it. It's just a small sacrifice for 2 weeks to try to grind to get this car out to you guys so y'all could see it. So I'd get up at 4. I'd do my thing, and I'd get out to the shop by 5. And I would work at the shop for 2 hours till 7 o'clock, and then I would head up to work. And then when I get home, dinner, clean up, all that good stuff, get the girls to bed. You know, I'm talking about my wife and my daughter. Get them to bed at 9. Get out to the shop, and I would grind till midnight, sometimes till 1:30. And I did that all day. You know, I did that every day for 2 weeks. And we were making really good progress. On Saturdays, it was even crazier because I'd get out there by 6, and we would just grind all day. So that next Friday before the show, I told DJ, I said, "Hey, man," I said, "get out here early. We're going to get out here early. I'm going to eat dinner." And my wife knew that too. I was like, "Hey, this is probably going to be an all-nighter. This is going to be a crazy thing because we got to get ready for the show." We didn't have shirts printed, and we had a lot to do on the talent still. We made good progress, but there's still a lot to do. Like, I bit off more than I could chew, right? So DJ comes out there and helps me. I think we get out there around 6 o'clock or so. Next thing, you know, we're grinding. Nick's over there. We got to get him on the podcast, by the way, so you can know him and see what he's about. But he's over there grinding, printing out shirts. He's doing the front side of these while we're grinding on cars. We look up, it's 5:30. We look up, and it's 5:30. We haven't went to sleep or nothing, and it's 5:30 in the morning. And DJ looks at me and he goes, "Brother, I don't think we're going to get this done in time." And I'm like, "I think you're right. I don't think we're going to get this done in time." So I had to pull off of it. I had to make a sacrifice and go, you know what? We're going to pull off the car because I've got to bring some shirts and stuff so that people can have merch. So I started on the shirts and got all that done. We only got the blacks done. Like I said, we only got the black blanks, the black shirts done. And we barely had enough time to get the tables loaded, the tote loaded with all the gear and everything to get up to the show. So, and Nick took him a little 2-hour nap while I was printing out shirts because he was just wore out. Very, very understandable. You know what I mean? We're 24 hours in at that point. So I just pound another energy drink and I just go. And I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm still standing. I'm still doing my thing, and we get out to the show. So Nick goes to get his Alfa Romeo. So we're out of cars, right? Like my car is obviously not ready, and then DJ couldn't bring the OBS out, so we didn't have either one of those cars. So our last resort was, which was going to be there regardless, was Nick's Alfa Romeo. Well, he texts me a little bit later. He drops me off at the show. I get it all set up while he's headed out to get the car. Well, his distributor blows up on the way to the show. So he had to wait for a tow truck and all that and get it towed back and everything. So I pretty much ran the show by myself, which is totally fine. But we just didn't get a lot of attraction because nobody knew who we were, because we didn't have any cars there to show for who we were, and nobody recognized any of the cars or anything like that. We were just kind of a booth with no cars. So I don't know what people were thinking, but maybe they were just like, oh, this is lame. Like, there's no cars here. Like, why am I walking up? But we did have a few of y'all show up, and I really appreciate the people that came just to support me, because I know a few of y'all really just came to support me, and I really appreciate that. I mean, I know a lot of y'all hadn't even heard of the Super Show before, and y'all really came to support me, and like I said, I appreciate that, and I hope I didn't let you down. And if I did, I guarantee you that it won't happen again. And that's kind of what I want to talk about right now. What I want to talk about right now is I learned a lot. And I'm not discouraged at all. And that's one of the things that Megan said. Megan was like, you know, one thing I want to say is you're not discouraged at all, you know, by the lack of, like, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of interaction going on at my booth. Even though there was probably over 300 cars there, and there was a lot of people there as well. There wasn't a lot of interaction going on at my booth either. We did get there a little late, so we were further down, but there was still a lot of cars in front of us, and there was a lot of people walking by us, and they didn't even look our way. I know dang well if we would have had the DSM there, if we'd have had the Alfa Romeo there, and we would have had the OBS there, we could have shown what we've been doing all this time and what we can do and what we know how to do, and some people would have recognized the cars. And I know we would have drew people in, and we would have got some people involved in our community and what we like to do, and kind of just build some relationships there. I know that would have happened, but we didn't have any cars to show for it. But she was like, you don't seem discouraged at all. And I was like, no, I'm driven. I'm extremely driven. Like, this actually drove me further. Instead of discouraging me and me kind of pulling off and pulling away, I'm actually going the other direction, because I know exactly what went wrong, and I know exactly what I want to do better. And you guys got to get that mindset as well. When you're doing something, you can't get discouraged. You got to remember why you started. You got to remember why you're doing it. And you got to realize that when you have small little failures, if you want to call them failures, or if you want to call them setbacks, whatever, that they're there to learn from. They're not there to push you the other direction. But they are there to make or break the winners and the losers. They are there to separate the winners and the losers, okay? You can respond in two ways. You can tuck your tail, turn, and never do it again. Or you can do like I did, and you're going to push forward anyway. So let's get into the things. Let's get into what I want to change. Okay, what I want to change. So first off, the Super Show was great. Okay, they did a great job putting the show on. The show was superb. My experience and the show were two different things. The Super Show was great. They brought in some amazing cars. There was an RWB there that was beautiful. A lot of people were making a big deal about it. But the bigger deal for me was that there was I don't know exactly what generation, but it was a 4, 5, or 6 Evo. Okay, it was an Evo 4, 5, or 6. It was right-hand drive. I love it. I love that car, and that's what was exciting to me to see one of those, because that's one of my favorite cars. That's an iconic car of mine. I don't know if you noticed, if you've ever seen my screenshot of my what am I trying to say here? My board, my vision board. But there's one on there. So that was what was amazing to me. But nobody was making a big deal about that car. I don't know if they recognized it or knew what it was. They're kind of chill. If you don't know what they are, you won't get excited. But if you do, it'll blow your mind, because you don't see them in the United States very often. Okay. Anyway, Super Show was great. That was a tangent. I'm sorry. Super Show was great. They put on a great show. They had some cool events going on, like the low car limbo. They did They did a two-step challenge. I think it was while they were leaving. I think they kind of changed it up or whatever, but they had some cool stuff going on. They had, I think, a taco truck or some kind of food truck there, a couple of vendors. My boys from Lavish Blends were there. My boy Pepe was there. Um, I had some homies that were there, man, that showed up for me. They didn't show up particularly for me, but I'm saying they came by and saw the booth and bought some merch and was kind of saying what's up. And then shout out to my boy Chad and his girlfriend for showing up, and shout out to my family, my in-laws, and all of that, and my buddy Caleb and all of y'all that showed up. I really do appreciate it, man. I really do appreciate it. So, but what I want to tell you about is what I'm going to change. For sure, next time, not showing up without a car. I don't care broke down or not. I've got a tow rig and I got a trailer, man. If I need it, if like the Talon's not running, I'll tow it there. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that for everybody else's car. Like I can't say that for Nick's if it was broke down, if he'd allow me to tow it up there. Can't say that for DJ, but I know for sure, without a doubt, that any of my projects personally will be there. Okay, so we'll make sure they're there. All right, won't show up if they're not, but I won't. What I mean by that is I'm not gonna sign up. If I sign up, our stuff's gonna be there. I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging next time because I know a lot of y'all came out to see the progress on the DSM and it wasn't there, and I do apologize. It was a last minute thing that will never happen again. Okay. The next thing is I want to have a much nicer booth. I want to have a nice booth, custom banners with seamless logos all over. That's, I'm just looking at, I'm not getting ahead of myself, but I'm just looking at progress. I'm just looking ahead, okay? So I want to get that going on. That way y'all can really know what's going on. I want to get speakers. I want to get a sound system going on so we got some music and got some vibes going. You know what I mean? So we can enjoy ourselves, look at some cool cars while we're listening to some cool music. You know what I mean? I think I'm going to do, if we do another event like that where we've got tents and stuff like that, I'm going to bring out a barbecue pit. I'm going to have some drinks. What I mean by drinks is like sodas and stuff like that. I don't drink alcohol or anything like that. I don't look down upon that, but I'm just saying I won't be offering alcohol. That's not what I mean. But I'm talking about, some sodas, some waters and stuff like that, and some barbecue going. And just try to make the seamless booth and the seamless little area there a whole vibe that you come into. There's several different brands from different things that aren't car related that I'm kind of drawing influence from and some aspiration from. So I kind of know exactly how I want it to look and how I want it to feel, okay? So those are some of the things I want to change. I want to have more merch ready for you guys and available. I want to do some, while we're there, I want to do some raffles and some drawings and stuff like that. I want plenty of stickers and everything like that to throw out to you guys. A lot of freebies. But I want the seamless booth to be a whole different vibe. Like all of a sudden you're in a different area when you get there. You know what I mean? Like, where you're at, and this is like a whole different vibe. And you can enjoy yourself and have a good time and know you're at home. You know what I mean? Like, seamless can be your home. You know what I'm saying? And we can talk cars all day long, and we can kind of talk about my build. We can talk about your builds, and all that kind of stuff. If you want to talk mechanic, just all that good stuff that I wanted to do that I didn't really get to do there. So, like I said, I learned a lot. I didn't want this to be too long-winded, but I wanted to give y'all an update and let y'all know what's going on in my head and where I'm coming from, and just kind of talk about that. So, with that being said, I think that's pretty much it on that. But like I said, be on the lookout because we're going to do an update video. It'll be this weekend. I'll release it probably a Sunday, at the latest Monday, but I'm thinking Sunday. I'll be on vacation all week next week, but I'll still post content. We'll still get content out there. We'll still get our 2 videos and our 1 podcast a week. That will still happen, I guarantee you. But with that being said, be on the lookout for that content. And again, make sure you're hitting us up on all the social media platforms. That way you can keep up to date, okay? The Seamless Garage on Instagram. I am the real Stevie on Instagram. If you want to follow me directly, there's a lot of good stuff there. I post a lot of motivational, a lot of tips and advice just for life in general on there as well. And sometimes I post a talent build, but that's mainly on the Instagram, okay? On Facebook, we've got the Seamless Garage page, and we've also got the Seamless Garage group. Go and ask to be joined to that so you can come join the conversation. We also have the Seamless Garage Discord. If you're on YouTube, you can click the link down below. It'll be in the description. Go join our Discord so we can talk cars, man. I really want to get a conversation going there. I really want to get a community built there. So help me build that, would you? Bring your expertise in, bring your questions in, bring your cars in, and let's talk about them, okay? On YouTube, it's obviously the Seamless Garage if you're listening to the podcast. If you're listening, or if you're on YouTube, the podcast is on Anchor, it's on Spotify, it's on, I think there's a Google podcast, it's on the Apple podcast, obviously. So it's on all of that good stuff. And it's just called the Seamless Garage, so go check it out there. But with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.